Hey, what's up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Ask Jimmy Smith. Today is a video that's kind of a follow-up video to one I did a little while back, probably a couple weeks ago from the time of this recording. But this is a follow-up video. The one I did before were 7 profit hacks for retail arbitrage for Amazon FBA. And today we're doing 7 profit hacks for online arbitrage for Amazon FBA. Now, there may be some carryover, some overlap from the prior video, but I tried to make it much fresher, right? A little bit different than the first one so that we have some more examples that I can show you, as well as some different tactics that actually only apply to online arbitrage that do not apply to retail arbitrage. And so I wanted to make these 2 different videos because there's different use cases for both of the different models for selling on Amazon. Now, if you're interested in anything that I do, you can head to my website at AskJimmySmith.com if you want to check out my book or courses or anything that I do there. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the first tip. The first one is taking advantage of deals. So sometimes it's spending X to get Y. And in this particular example, I'm going to just pull up a website. I've never sourced from here actually, but I do know the store. It's AutoZone. And AutoZone, you can see up at the top here, it says 20% off $100 using this code. So many times the deals that you're going to find on websites are going to be more coupon driven, but sometimes they aren't. Sometimes they just automatically apply. Once you pay $100, you get the 20% off. In this case, you have to use this coupon code to get the 20% off, but it's also eligible for ship to home orders only. And it's free next day delivery on eligible orders over $35. So there's 2 different things that they have going on here. The first one is if you want to spend over $100, you get 20% off. But if you spend over $35, you actually get free next day delivery on eligible orders. So you want to make sure that any site that you're sourcing on, ultimately you're able to meet those thresholds, those minimums, because it's going to help you tremendously. If you were to spend $30 and then spend $10 or $15 on shipping, well, that's a waste of money, right? It'd be better to spend $35 and get the free shipping so you don't have to add that into your products. Or even if you were spending $15 and you spent $10 on shipping, it still adds to the cost of the product, where you may be competing with sellers that are hitting those minimum thresholds. So in some cases, if you add in shipping, you're spending $5 a unit, but the person that met the threshold still only spending $4 a unit or $4.50 a unit. They have much more potential and room to move from a profitability standpoint to compete more heavily and aggressively against you on those listings. So anytime that you can hit a threshold, I highly recommend doing that, or just setting it aside until you do hit that threshold. You aren't going to place an order until you hit that spot, because I like it because it gives you the ability to have a goal, to have a metric to shoot for, but it also will help your profitability long term, and especially if you're doing this consistently. The beautiful thing with online arbitrage is there's tons of different ways to stack coupons, deals, rewards programs, etc. And so I'm excited about this one because you could stack multiple different things for one particular site if you have a few of these 7 options that I'm going to continue to go on. Now, the next thing that you can start to utilize for a profit hack for online arbitrage are rewards programs. Typically, every company out there that sells products online, I guess I shouldn't say every, but typically a lot of different companies online have rewards programs. This is one that was mentioned for the retail arbitrage video as well, because if you're shopping in store, a lot of times there's a rewards program. If you're shopping online, again, a lot of times there's a rewards program. Maybe you spend over $50 or every $100 and you get a $5 or $10 off coupon. Maybe it's on your birthday each year, you get some sort of a coupon. But still, if you get a 20% off coupon up to a $100 value, that's $20 a year on your birthday that you essentially save, and you're making profit on the items that you're sending into Amazon. So it's a win-win in my opinion, even if it's something as small as that. I highly recommend checking out rewards programs. In this particular case, I'm going to show Nike. They've got a different type of a rewards program. I can't find anything on points, but I wanted to show you where you could find it if you were on a particular website. So typically, if it's not in the top of the website at all, they might do a nice little pop-up there as well for you if you haven't signed up before. Maybe scroll down to the bottom, there will be something that says become a member, join our rewards program. It's going to be something to that effect. And if you click that, it will open up the ability to show you what's a part of the rewards program. And in this case, I just clicked the 40% off. Let me go back 1 second. In this case, you can see that Nike members get free standard shipping on every order. So that's a beautiful part. That's going to save you a bunch of money on that particular order. Also, there's 10% off for first responders and medical professionals. 10% off for students, 10% off for military, 10% off for your birthday. So these things can add up, especially if you are somebody that works in the military, somebody that works in a first responder medical professional spot, or if you're a student, you can get 10% off just by being a part of this program. So I highly recommend for any website that you're sourcing from at all, scroll to the bottom, find the rewards program, sign up for that. Many times for just signing up the first time, you're going to get an additional percentage off anyway on your first order. So it's just a beautiful thing to do, even if you're not sourcing, even if you're just buying something off of a random website for the first time for your own personal use. Look for the rewards programs. And also what it can do from an arbitrage standpoint is it also saves your orders usually to your account. So if you ever need to go back and get those receipts because maybe you misplaced it, they might actually have those receipts for you to use to submit to Amazon for whatever reason. Not always, but a lot of programs hold on to those orders for a very long time. They may eventually purge out, but that's typically that's typically a way to kind of safeguard your receipts if you don't end up having them a couple years later or even 6 months later. So that is the second one. The third one that I wanted to go through are cashback sites. Now with cashback sites, you've got the ability to be buying whatever amount of inventory that you need. Sometimes there are caps on these cashback sites, but you're able to then get a cash back on the total value purchase of what you're purchasing. So if it's a $100 order and they've got 5% cash back, you're going to get $5 credited to your cashback account. There's a ton of different sites out there, and I'm not privy to all of the ones that work well, but what we typically do in our business is we'll use this site called Cashback Monitor. So let me pop that up. On Cashback Monitor, you can see the most viewed stores and stores that are sorted by rewards, but you can also search for one. So let's just say I wanted to shop at Kohl's. If I go to Kohl's, I can type that in and click on Kohl's right here. It's also one of the top 4 there as well. But if you click on Kohl's, it's going to give you a bunch of different cashback site options. So depending on what you want to use, there's a lot of different options here for you. Most of the time, the ones that we typically like are Top Cashback, Mr. Rebates, Be Frugal, and some of these other ones that are on here. I don't know all of them, so they may or may not all be good, but I would definitely test them out, see which ones that you prefer, because this cashback site is a nice aggregator so that you can see the best cashback for the particular store that you're shopping from. Also, it can give you a good jumping off point for where you want to source. If you don't know where you want to source for that day, we'll go to cashbackmonitor.com, check out the highest paying cashback that you want to start sourcing from, and start there. So you have a lot of different options with cashback sites as well. Now, the fourth one is discounted gift cards. And this one can be a little bit tricky. I actually don't like using discounted gift cards too much because I actually know that Amazon likes to see your actual credit card number on orders. So if you are placing an order online and you're using a discounted gift card, I recommend getting an amount that's almost the complete $100, like let's say it's a $100 order, I recommend getting a discounted gift card that maybe is 90 or 95 bucks, and then finishing the transaction with your credit card that matches the credit card on your Amazon account, so that then Amazon can verify that it was purchased by your business because it matches the credit card. It's not always an issue. I know plenty of people that have not had issues submitting receipts to get reimbursed for something with discounted gift cards, but it's still something that I like to try to safeguard against because it can be a problem in some cases if you get the wrong Amazon support person. So for discounted gift cards, really you can save a ton of money on this, especially when you combine it with those cashback sites. Let's say you're getting 10% off on cashback, but you're also getting 10% off on a discounted gift card. Well, that really adds up into your business. Plus, if you've got maybe some sort of rewards program that comes out of it that stacks on top of that, there's so much that can happen if you're using it. Plus, if you've got a coupon code, there's so much that you can do from an online arbitrage standpoint. But let me show you what I use for discounted gift cards. This is the easy way. There are better ways to do this where you can probably get better discounted gift cards. I know people that sell them in bulk. I know different particular websites that you could go to check, but I've always, for whatever reason, gone the easy route, which is cardbear.com. Now, if I'm going to search for Kohl's as I had just done, let's see if there's anything here. You saw that Kohl's popped up, says 8.5% off. Now, when you click on that particular website, if it will go, it'll pull up where you can get those 8.5% off gift cards. Sometimes, because Cardbear is an aggregator, it's pulling this information from these other sites in particular. Sometimes it's going to be wrong. You might go to the website and it's actually 9.5% or 5.5%, but usually it's fairly close. What's also cool is with Cardbear, you can actually set up price alerts. So notify you whenever the price drops past a certain point. So I could set up, hey, Cardbear, I want you to send me an email whenever the discounted gift card hits 9%, 10%, 20%, whatever I want it to be. I can set that up and it will send me an alert. Again, it might be a few minutes delayed. You might show up to it and realize, oh no, it's already gone. But it is still a nice feature that it can alert you of these cool or these bigger discounts on the gift cards. The next thing to keep in mind, I don't know if all of these sites are good. The ones that I've used in the past are Raise, Card Cash, and Card Cookie. Some of them take a little bit longer to get. Some of them deliver electronically versus physical gift cards. So you need to make sure on the individual sites that you're going to that you're understanding what you're purchasing. But ultimately, this is a good site, in my opinion, to use as a quick way. The best way to do it is probably to open up all the different sites, look for them directly on your own. So there's no time delay. You can actually see what is active on their website, and then you can purchase the discounted gift card through them. But I like to use Cardbear as just a quick way for me to search for the best ones. Also, I love that it gives an advice section. So if you should buy it or wait, because it shows you the average discounts and then the current discounts. If your current is over the average, it will tell you to buy it. If the current is below the average, it will tell you to wait. And again, you can set up these price drops. And it also shows these discount histories. I don't know where this one came from, a 40% discount in January of 2022. That's pretty insane. But you can see kind of how it fluctuates if you want to wait. Additionally, if you are somebody that is trying to buy a ton of inventory from a particular site, there are companies that sell discounted gift cards in bulk, and you actually can get discounts that are bigger than what's being shown on a website. So you might want to check around, find out in any of the Amazon communities if you know of anybody or if somebody else knows of somebody that you can talk to about those. But they usually work directly with the company to buy those gift cards. And it's just a bigger process that I don't have anyone to refer you to at this moment. But just keep that in mind. If you are somebody that's buying thousands of dollars of inventory from a particular store, you may be able to get bigger discounts on some of these gift cards. Okay. Now, the next thing is to use, if you're doing online arbitrage, you're not doing your own prep, then you should use a prep center in a sales tax-free state. Now, there may be some people that would disagree with that. I don't see a huge issue with using one that's not in a sales tax-free state, but I do like that you have the additional 10%, approximately 10% off. It depends on what the tax rate is in your actual state or in the state of that prep center. So if you're using a prep center in a sales tax-free state, you're going to be able to buy inventory without having to pay sales tax on it just automatically, because the state doesn't require sales tax to be paid in their particular state, county, etc. So I've got a couple different websites for you. If you're looking for a prep center, it does not have to be sales tax free, but I am just giving you profit hacks, so to speak. There's a lot of benefits depending on the prep center that you use. So you may actually have better results with a prep center that's not in a sales tax-free state, but you can save some extra money by doing it this way. The other way to do it is to just get tax exempt at particular stores, and then it doesn't matter. Some online stores will allow you to be tax exempt, like Walmart.com and some other major ones as well. So if you're using a prep center in a tax state where you have to pay sales tax, if you are tax exempt on the store, then it doesn't matter because you're able to get sales tax for free. But the first one that I recommend from finding a prep center is prepcenternetwork.com. This is a list of vetted and approved prep centers from the My Silent Team Facebook community, which is a free Facebook group with over 70,000 members as of the time of this recording. It's been around forever. This is where I started in Amazon, was through this Facebook group. And so I love to see that they've vetted some and given some approved prep centers on their list at prepcenternetwork.com. The other website is selleressentials.com, and I'll show you that real quick. This is the actual URL to get to the prep centers. They do not vet these, okay? At least according to their website, they've said that they do not vet these necessarily, but they do show a bunch of different options on here for just a guide of different prep centers. And if you're looking for sales tax free, you're going to want to look at this column for which ones are tax free. Again, They aren't exactly vetting these prep centers. They aren't telling you that they're great or that they're bad. They are just giving you a whole list of the different locations of it being sales tax free, if they'll do wholesale, imports, OA, RA, hazmat, used books, etc. And I really love this as a resource. Also, the prep turnaround time is very important. I would take a look at that. But if you're looking for a huge list of prep centers that you want to just go through a bunch of them and see which ones that you like the most, this is a great place to go. And if you're looking for a vetted side of the prep centers, then head out or check out prepcenternetwork.com. The sixth item for profit hacks is using cashback credit cards. Now, with cashback credit cards, this is something I actually did mention in the retail arbitrage video. This is a very simple way to get some extra profit in your business. There's plenty of credit cards out there that will give you 2%, 1.5%, 3%. It just depends on the amount of research you do. It depends on your credit rating. Also, there are ones that will give you 5% at particular stores. So check those out. Utilize the bonuses. I have a credit card right now that every 3 months they rotate out bonuses. And during the 3 months that the bonus is happening, you get 5% back up to a certain amount because they aren't crazy. They're not going to just make it unlimited. You get 5% back at particular stores or in particular categories. So that's something that you want to look at too. It just depends on what is the best use for your business. But using cashback credit cards, as I mentioned in the first video, I know somebody that has made over $50,000 in 1 year on the cash back that came from their credit cards because they buy so much wholesale inventory with that credit card. So definitely do not sleep on this. I would check out and find the best cashback credit card for you that matches with your credit rating. Additionally, if you are historically bad with credit, I'm just going to give this as a cautionary tale. Maybe don't use this one. Don't use cashback credit cards because it can be something that could potentially be detrimental if you're not paying them off consistently. So know yourself, make the right decisions for your business financially, but ultimately know that cashback credit cards can be a great way to get a little bit of cash back on top of using cashback sites, discounted gift cards, prep center in a sales tax-free state, rewards programs. All of these things can add up to get dozens of percentage points off the purchase of the inventory that you're buying. So it really just depends on the day, depends on the promotions and the particular store. So just utilize this as another option for your profit hacks. And then the seventh one that I have for you is to check the ads that the particular stores have. It's again not going to be taking advantage of deals, but it's going to be taking advantage of the discounts that they have on specific products. So this isn't much of a replen strategy like I typically teach on this channel, but it is a retail arbitrage strategy, and an online arbitrage strategy is looking for things that are much more discounted, and you're going to be looking for that, plus compounding it with the discounted gift cards, discounted rebates and cashback sites, etc. All of that combines into really saving you a lot of money from a profitability standpoint. If you do this extra work on these 7 steps, and maybe you select 3 or 4 of them or 1 or 2 of them, if you're doing this extra work and other sellers aren't, you're going to be separating yourself from the pack and giving you much more room to move, margin to make on the inventory that you're purchasing. And lastly, for checking the ads, I recommend SalesGazer. I did a whole video on this channel about SalesGazer, but it brings in all the different ads for a bunch of different stores that you select without cluttering up your email inbox. This is not something where I'm an affiliate at all. I don't get paid for this. They didn't ask me to do this. I just like the service, and it's a free software. So salesgazer.com, they'll give you basically almost like an email account where it'll pull in all the ads for those particular stores. So hopefully this helped you. I know that I went through 7 profit hacks for retail arbitrage. This was 7 profit hacks for online arbitrage. And I know that there's so many different other things that you can do. So if you know of any extra profit hacks, please post them below in the comments. I'd love to either learn about them if I don't know about them, or I'd love to make another video in the future with more profit hacks if you like this kind of content. Let me know what you want to see on future videos as well. And please like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. But I hope you have a great rest of your day and a blessed rest of your week.